Today I'm talking to Donna Edwards. She's the Training and Certification BDM at Amazon Web Services. At age 21, as a qualified childcare worker, Donna's dad pushed her into working in a retail computer shop. She actually couldn't think of anything worse and didn't know the first thing about computers, but fell in love with the industry and has been in tech for over 20 years now. She's also the CEO for a startup called Shoutout, which is a recognition platform and really aligns with her passion to support and help people grow. Thank you so much for joining me today, Donna.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
I'm really excited to talk to you. We don't have anyone else in this Game Changer series who works in tech. And I'm interested to know, what is the one big thing you wanted to change in order to benefit women in the tech industry? Now, I know what you're going to say already because we had a prep conversation. And so in order for your answer to make sense, I think we need to hear a little bit of background about a program called Cloud U that you developed for AWS. So can you tell us about both of them?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Cloud U program came about because of some business problems that our customers and our partners were talking to us about. So one of those problems were that they were struggling to find people in the market with AWS skills. And when I say the market, I'm based in Perth, so I was looking after the WA and the South Australian market at the time. So just a shortage of skills. And then the other problem was providing time for their people to go and do courses and upskill was a challenge because people are busy delivering. So that was the problem we were trying to solve. And I created the Cloud U program to create a flexible way of learning that also created a community and a supportive environment. So it was a 12-week program where people did their solution architect certification. And we had AWS mentors as part of the program, giving weekly mentorship sessions, and people would go through the digital modules at their own pace. So it was really flexible, got really great feedback from the participants, and at the end of the program, they'd sit their certification. Then having a conversation with our internal AWS She Builds community, who do a lot of fantastic work in the diversity space, we started thinking about the other problem that we have in diversity and the fact that a lot of women either aren't sure if they're interested in working in tech or they're a bit daunted by the thought of working in tech. So I created another Cloud U program, but this time a Cloud Fundamentals program over 6 weeks only. So really focused at helping get women interested in, what is this cloud thing and how can I use cloud as part of my job? I don't have to be a coder to work in tech. There's a lot of other different types of jobs that I can do that involve cloud skills. So we ran this 6-week program and the feedback was fantastic. Watching women start off going, I don't know whether I want to do this, right through to the end where they were completing their globally recognized certification was incredible.
And when we were talking about this before and you were talking about some of the impacts of this program, your face just really lit up and you got so excited about it. And I'm wondering if you can talk a bit about what has happened since you really ignited change through the Cloud U She Builds partnership.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for me is watching women grow their confidence and want to work in the tech industry, regardless of whether it's a tech role or not. So getting to see people complete their certification and go, you know what, I can do this, I've got this, and I'm interested, and this is fun. And, this is all the value that I can add to the tech industry. Out of the program, 30% of women that completed their certification have actually gone on to do our Solution Architect program that we're currently running, which is incredible. So to have so many more women coming into the tech space is going to help our diversity, and it's just fantastic.
That is such a fantastic outcome. It's really amazing. Now, I've mentioned before that you got pushed into tech at age 21 by your dad, and you transitioned from having no interest at all to being really passionate about your career 20 years later. And I'm wondering, what is it that inspired that change, and what inspires you to encourage other women to consider tech and to continue driving change in the industry?
Yeah, I was definitely one of those women that would have never considered tech as a career. I didn't think it was at all exciting or fun or interesting. And when my dad called me and said, I've bought a computer business, I need you to come and manage it, my initial reaction was, God, no. But he said to me, you can go back to childcare anytime. which was a good point. And one of the things that I've always done, and I still do today, is really try and say yes to things that are uncomfortable. And it's done me in pretty good stead. So I said yes, and that was a long, long time ago, 21 years ago. And I just loved it. I loved it immediately. Straight away, I could see how much opportunity there was to help people and how much opportunity there was to learn and be challenged constantly. And that's never stopped. But the other thing that I also learned very quickly was that as a woman in tech, in a very male-dominated industry, I was always being underestimated. And so it constantly gave me an opportunity to prove people wrong and to build my confidence, which I didn't always have. So, you know, that's what really makes me passionate now about helping women to build their confidence and realize that, you know, we have such amazing strengths and a real position of power in the tech industry now. And it's a great place for us to be working. So I'm really passionate about helping every woman understand that and get interested.
I love two things that you said then. I really love how you choose to say yes to things that are uncomfortable. And I also love how you said that there is space for you in the tech industry to really help people, because I don't think people very often put together tech and supporting people. That's just not how you normally think of those two things going together. Thank you so much for your time and for sharing your story and for being part of this Game Changer series. Thanks so much for joining me.
Pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. And thank you for all the awesome work that Work 180 does. It's fantastic.